But this isn't something that you want to watch in quarantine that's like genuinely fulfilling, because it's not. Hi babies, it's Rain Check. Welcome to my channel. Bienvenido a mi canal. Y hoy I'm going to be doing a little recap of a new show, right, that has graced the trending platform of Netflix, entitled #BlackAF. Okay, and before I even get into it, okay, I'm gonna just need you to go right down there, right? Like right there. And I'm gonna need you to like the video. I'm gonna need you to subscribe to my channel, because let me just tell you, it took a lot to get through that first season. But I did it for you because I love you. I do. So if you enjoy the video, you know, in hindsight, don't be scared to subscribe. It literally is like a 0.2 second interaction with the button. Doesn't hurt you, doesn't cost anything. Anyway, also another preface, I just want to say that I am not a professional commentator. I'm not, you know, some renowned, I don't know, critic, you know, of movies and TV. I don't work for Rotten Tomatoes, okay? I am just a black civilian who saw a show called #BlackAF, and I figured, you know, let me see what it's about. Let me run the race, you know what I mean? So yeah, with that said, I have a little notepad with some like rough notes and some things that I wanted to say about the show, because originally I thought I'd be coming on here like, oh my god, this is the worst show ever, and just like sobbing, because when I saw the trailer, when I saw that everyone on this show entitled #BlackAF was light skin AF, I was just like, you know. But the more I progressed through the show, I just, you know, the animosity and the hostility wasn't there anymore, and now I have some like actual things to say. So I'll be looking down, reading off my little thing. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out about this show is the title. It's called #BlackAF. Okay, now just to set some like context into why this title is so important but disappointing to me, is because when it comes to hashtags, like, the hashtags are about relatability on social and virtual platforms, you know what I mean? Like, it's how we build community. And so if you're going to use a hashtag, and then in that hashtag you're gonna say Black AF, like, I'm expecting to watch this show, like, I as an audience member have an expectation to watch this show and be able to relate, understand it, like, laugh at it, you know, some inside jokes that only I get will be in it, you know what I mean? Like, that's the experience I'm expecting to have, and that is simply not what I got. So basically this show is based on Kenya Barris's life, like, a little bit. Like, he also has a wife and who is mixed race, and he has 6 kids. So he makes this show that's kind of like mocking, really, his own life, and basically from the perspective of like, okay, this is what it's like to be rich and black, right? In general, I would say the experience that he presents in the show is not really that relatable as a black experience. The culture in the household, one of the households, like, super large, super rich, super materialistic type vibe. Like, everyone's wearing Gucci, Prada, Balenciaga, you know what I mean? Like, it's that type of vibe. I guess you could say in a way, like, oh, well, like, black people want that. But as far as like the lived experience of like really actually being rich, you know what I mean? Like, that is not relatable. Anyway, moving on to point 2. So I was kind of surprised to see that this was number 6 trending on Netflix. Like, that's high, you know what I mean? Especially because in quarantine, everybody's watching Netflix. Like, I know because I've looked at the stock market. Netflix is going boop, 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 boop. You know what I mean? So like the fact that it's number 6, like everyone and their mama is watching this show. I know it. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, everyone and their mama isn't all black. Like some of them are white. That part. And that concerns me because there are some dangerous stereotypes in this show that I just, like, basically what Kenya Barris does is he confirms those stereotypes. You know what I mean? And that, for example, there's an episode, I think it's like, it's early on, it's like episode 2. Mind you, there's 8 episodes in the entire season. There's only season 1 so far. So I think episode 2, Kenya finds out that his oldest daughter, who goes to USC's film school, dyed her hair purple, right? And I'm just like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, okay, she dyed her hair, like she's in college. It doesn't feel traumatic to me. You know what I mean? But Kenya has this big tantrum about how Berba, I think is her name, Berba, that's what they call her. Berba dyeing her hair purple now classifies her as a thought. And he doesn't do much to correct that, you know what I mean? Something he's just saying not to be like funny, you know what I mean? Because it's supposed to be a funny show. Black as fuck, what, But the only thing he does to correct it is when they're both at this, like, I don't know, like very LA vibe festival, you know what I mean? Called the Lunar Festival. He basically, at the end of the episode, goes up to her and is like, like, actually, I don't think your hair's too bad. It's kind of cute. I mean, white people still not gonna like it, but it's kind of cute. And I'm just like, that wasn't the moment that I was looking for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, thought he was gonna be like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Do you be black AF? Black women are the people who made dyeing their hair cool anyway, and white people want to call it ghetto, but then when they do it, they make it cute. They steal our trend. You know what I mean? Like, go off. That's the moment that I was really like aspiring to personally. Didn't take place. And so, what are white people thinking now? White people. I mean, this is not even like a confirmation of what white people are thinking. This is just my perception of like a possibility, right? A possible outcome. White people could possibly be thinking, you know what, Kenya Barris said it, it's true. Black people dyeing their hair is ratchet. And now they have a black person behind them confirming it as a father. There's probably black fathers out there with these same negative stereotypes about hair color for black women, you know what I mean? Or hair in general for black women, who are now gonna confirm their own negative and bigotrous ideas by being like, you know what, Kenya Barris said, that's thoughtage, so that's what it is, and I'm just uncomfortable with that. Personally, I'm uncomfortable with that. Another example of a uncomfortable stereotype for me as a more melanated black woman, is the fact that there's this black man and he is the darkest person in his entire family because he is dating a very light-skinned white passing woman. That is a stereotype I don't like, and to be honest, it is true and based on his life. His, I want to say wife, ex-wife, I'm not really sure, it's kind of complicated, partner and mother of his children, Rainbow, she looks exactly the same as Joya in the show. Like, it's Rashida Jones, Rainbow, like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, but let's be hashtag Black AF. You know what I mean? Like, where's, you know what I mean? And besides, I'm not the darkest there is. I need women darker than me on screen. And speaking of that, that's going into my next point. Just the representation. Like, Kenya, do better. You know what I mean? Like, in all of his shows, mind you, I don't know, just some context here. I don't know if you know, but Kenya Barris is also one of the writers and, the writer and producer of shows like Blackish, Grownish, Mixed-ish, you know what I mean? Now he creates this show called hashtag Black AF, which originally apparently was supposed to be called Black Excellence. I wouldn't be happy with either title, just to put that out there. But now he comes out with this show called hashtag Black AF, and everybody on the show is light skinned. Like, tell me how that's Black AF, you know what I mean? Not taking away their identity of blackness. They're black, but like, am I not included in that experience? And there is no one that looks like me, like, in that family. You know what I mean? The one person who kind of does look like me, A little bit. You know, her name's Drea, and basically she's also one of the star and narrators of the show. The whole POV is that Drea is the second oldest daughter, and she's applying to NYU's film school, and she's making this reality style TV show to submit for her application, right? So this is the show, you know? But Drea, even though she has like a darker skin tone, has super long, super loose curly hair that doesn't look like mine, is not relatable to my hair experience, you know what I mean? Like, they don't even talk about black hair in the show, so I'm just like...
What's going on? What's going on? Tell me, someone tell me, like, what's going on? What is happening?
Okay. My last point is really just about the quality of comedy and satire that I'm seeing on this show. Like, it's important to acknowledge that Kenya Barris is not an actor. Like, he's established and famous as a writer, as a producer of Blackish, Grownish, Mixedish, like shows that are doing well, you know what I mean? But like, he's not an actor. And the fact that he's the star, like literally the center of the show, there's a disconnect. You know, I'm just not relating, I'm not feeling it. It really just feels like the script's there and you're reading it and you're telling it to me, and I can't, it's not binge worthy. I can't fall into it, you know what I mean? And I also have to acknowledge that I know this is supposed to be like reality TV type format, type style, and so I'm wondering, like, okay, are you supposed to seem like, oh, this isn't natural, I'm not really acting, you know what I mean? But even in reality TV, like if we look at Housewives, right, like all of them, literally all of them, you're never really aware that the camera's there most of the time. Like, even though the audience is aware, right, and you see the cameras moving, like, they're really living their life, you know what I mean? And Kenya's just like...
robot, you know, like, this is unnatural for me.
And it's just like, stop, don't do it, don't... Like, maybe if someone else did it, you know, I don't know. But the quality of acting in general was bad. Like, I wasn't impressed with I wasn't impressed with the children, with him, with the wife. Like, I just really wasn't feeling it. Like, the moments where you're supposed to be frustrated or angry didn't feel real. The joyous moments didn't feel real. The bonding between parent and child moments just was artificial, you know what I mean? Like, it goes back to my point about this just being hyper shallow. And that is not the Black experience. And not only is it not the Black experience, but it's not funny. Like, it's just not funny, you know? Alright, y'all. So my last, like, overall, like, rating, I guess, of this show, I would say...
2 out of 10, don't recommend. Well...
yeah, I'm not here for it. Especially with a title, #BlackAF, like, you don't know how disappointed I am. And I mean, to be honest, this could be like this could be like the Black Bachelor or The Bachelor. You know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe where like you get together with your friends solely to talk shit. You know what I mean? But this isn't something that you want to watch in quarantine that's like genuinely fulfilling, because it's not. I'm disappointed overall. I think it was brave. It was a brave choice. Not one that I, as a Black person, would be proud of particularly. But, you know, just my opinion. So make sure down in the comments below you let me know your opinion. I want to know if you've already watched it. What's the worst episode? What's the best episode and why? I want to know if you haven't watched it, what were your reservations and how does this little recap like make you feel about it, like moving forward? Let me know. And as I said in the beginning, I'm gonna give you another chance. If you haven't subscribed, go do that. All right, stay safe in quarantine, and hopefully you find some other good shows. Bye.